Right. Methods of expressing concentration. Last class we have completed mass percentage, volume percentage, mass by volume. Now we have to start. Right. So next third one is mass by volume percentage. Right. Mass by volume percentage. It is W by V. W by V percentage. Right. See here, W is a mass of the solute. W is a mass of the solute. V is a volume of solution. So therefore, how do you define mass by volume percentage? The number of the mass of the solute, right? The mass of the solute present in 100 ml of solution, right? Mass of the solute present in 100 ml of solution, or the number of grams of solute present in 100 ml of solution is a mass by volume percentage. Right on? The number of grams of solute present in 100 ml of a solution. So therefore, how do you write formula? W by V percentage equal to mass of the solute. Yes, mass of the solute divided by volume of solution into 100. Right. So W by V percentage equal to mass of the solute divided by volume of solution into 100. For example, if it is 10 W by V percentage of glucose solution, means what? In problem they will give like this: 10 W by V percentage of glucose solution. So it means no. It means 10 grams of glucose should be present in 100 ml of solution. No, 10 gram of glucose in 100 ml of a solution. Now 10 is a gram, no? 100 is a ml. Then how you can subtract? This is gram, this is ml. Yes, if both are same unit, then you can subtract. If it is a 10 gram, 100 gram, 10 ml, 100 ml, that's okay. But it is a 10 gram, it is a 100 ml. You cannot subtract like 100 minus 10, 90. It's not like that. Okay, so you cannot say that 10 grams of glucose in 90 ml of water. Wrong. It should be 100 ml of solution only. Right. Next, can we write W by V percentage equal to, it's a mass of the solute is, I'll take W. Right. So volume of solution V. Right. So what is the V? V is nothing but, I'll take this V into 100. Right. Then we also know that density is equals to mass by volume. Right. Then I want volume of solution.
Mass by density.
It is a mass
By density.
No, volume we want, mass by density. So therefore, now tell me, write in terms of density. W by V percent equal to, it is a weight of the solute as it is. In place of volume of solution, can write
Mass into density.
mass of solution, no?
This is mass of solution into density.
Yeah, into density into 100. So, but what is that? What is it? This W?
Mass of the solution.
Mass of the solute, where this W is mass of the solute, D is equals to Density of solution. Density of solution. It is a mass of the solution. Okay. Then tell me, it is a mass of the solute. This is
Mass of solution.
mass of the solution. Mass of the solute by mass of the solution into 100.
Yeah, W by W percentage.
Huh? Mass percentage. Yes, it is a W by W into 100. No, mass percentage. Therefore, W by V percentage equals to,
W by W percentage into density.
yes, W by W percentage
Into density.
into,
Density of the solution.
yes, density of the solution, where D is equals to density of,
solution.
it means you can interconvert. No, W by V can be converted into W by W if the density is given. Finished? Now this is mass by volume. Next, fourth one, parts per million. Yes, parts per million. So what is parts per million? It is, now simple definition is the number of parts of solute. Okay, it is the number of parts of solute present in million parts of the solution. It means, you just imagine, take a beaker, right, which contain solution, which contains solute. Of course, there is a solvent also. Okay, solvent also. Now solute plus solvent gives solution. Right, you just imagine, this is a solution, is solution. If it is a like a million ml or 1 million ml. Okay, 1 million ml. In 1 million ml of solution, if there is a 10 ml of solute, or 1 million gram also can take, gram or ml, anything. If solute is like 10 gram, it means 10 grams of the solute present in million grams of the solution. Then what is the parts per million? 10. Yeah, wait. So it means here parts per million. It means how many parts of the solute present in million parts of the solution. Okay, how many parts of the solute present in million parts of solution, that is a parts per million. So definition is the number of parts of solute, right, the number of parts of the solute present in million parts of the solution. The same example I have given here. You just imagine, it is a million grams of the solution is there. In million grams of the solute, how many, yes, how many grams of the solute is there? 10 grams. Therefore 10 grams of the solute present in million grams of the solute. Therefore you can take part, nothing but you can take ml, grams, anything. Million gram, I am taking gram. 10 grams in million gram, 10 ml in million ml, 10 parts in million parts. Then this is a parts per ppm is what? 10. Right? So therefore the number of parts of the solute in million parts of the solution is called parts per million. Right? So this parts per million is generally, it is used to determine the hardness of water. In first PC you might have studied hardness, hydrogen, its compound, there is a hardness of water. Right? Hardness of water can be determined by parts per million. It means, so if the concentration of solute is very minute, if the concentration of solute is very less, very minute, then this parts per million can be used. Right? Means how many parts of the solute present in million parts of solution. Right? Million is a very large value. Then how many parts? 1 part, 2 part, 3 part. So million parts ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು part solute ಇರುತ್ತೆ? That is nothing but parts per million. Right? 10 power 6. Million is 10 power 6. Right? The number of parts of solute present in, write down, the number of parts of solute present in the number of parts of solute present in million parts means 10 power 6. 10 power 6 parts of solution, but not solvent, solution only, called parts per million.
Biggest value, sir.
Yes, million is the biggest value, no?
Sir, but parts per value are always very, very smaller, sir.
Yes.
We are dividing from large value to smaller.
Parts per million is very biggest value. Okay, so therefore ppm, parts per million, is equals to number of parts of solute
divided by 10 to the power of 6
Very
parts of solution.
number of parts of solute divided by
10 to the power of 6 parts of
no
solution.
number of parts of solution, no,
Million parts of the solution, sir.
million.
10 to the power of 6 parts of solution.
no, the number of parts of solute divided by
10 to the power of 6 parts of solution
total parts of the solution.
into 10 to the power of
Yes, into 10 power 6, right? The number of parts of solute divided by total parts of solution into 10 power 6. This is a parts per million. Tell me, this parts per million can be used, it is used to calculate very minute concentrations of solution. It is used to determine very minute, means very small. It is used to determine the very minute concentrations of solute. Okay, next point. So generally this ppm term is used to determine hardness of water, right? It is used to determine hardness of water. Hardness of water can be determined by ppm, parts per million, right? For example, let us take example, hardness of well water or sea water. You can take well or take sea water only. Hardness of sea water is 20 ppm. Okay, suppose if the question is given like this, the hardness of sea water or well water is a approximately 20 ppm, parts per million, then what is the meaning of this 20 ppm?
20 parts of the solute present in million parts of the solution.
Yes, it means 20 parts of solute.
Relatively lesser value.
Yes, only 20 parts of solute present in 1 million, means 10 power 6
Parts of the solution.
parts of solution. So this is the meaning of parts per million.
Sir, but it is hard to calculate, no, sir. ppm.
No,
From calculation is it, sir, but
No.
from direct experiment it's
no, we have simple methods. We studied hydrogen topic, hydrogen its compound. We have simple method to calculate hardness of water.
I'm not telling about hardness of water, sir. But calculating ppm, no, sir.
It's of course, because there is a minute concentration of solute present in large amount of solvent. No, of course, solution.
Complicated.
Yes. Right. Next method of expressing concentration is mole fraction. Do you know all these things is there in second PUC? In 12th standard? Mole fraction. And tell me, what is mole fraction?
Number of moles per total number of moles of the solution.
Yes, it is the ratio of, right? It is a ratio, no? Fraction, no? Fraction means ratio. It is a ratio of the number of moles of one component to the total number of moles of all the component present in solution. Okay.
Next.
It is the ratio of
Equals
Yes, the ratio of number of moles of one component to the total number of moles of all component present in the solution. Right, so it is the ratio of number of moles of one component to the total number of moles of all the component present in the solution is called mole fraction. Now let us consider. Now let the solution contain three component A, B and C component. There are three components. Let the solution contain A, B, C component and their number of moles. Yes, and their number of moles are and Na, Nb, Nc are the number of moles of ABC components, XA, XB and XC are
Mole fraction of the component A, B and C.
yes, mole fractions of component A, B and C respectively. Right, so a solution contains three components. Which are the three components? A, B and C. Three component. Then the component A contain how many moles? Na moles. Component B contain Nb mole. It contain Nc mole. Okay. Next, what is the mole fraction of A? Let us take XA, XB. It is XC. Number of moles of ABC. Now we want what is XA. Mole fraction of A is equals to number. It is number of moles of A divided by number of moles of A plus B plus C. It means it is the ratio of number of moles of one component to the total number of moles of all the component ABC. Similarly, XB is equals to NB by Na plus Nb plus Nc. Okay, so this is, you can take N T also. What is the T? N total number of moles. Next, then what is Nc equal to? Na by Nc by Nc by, it is
XC equals NC by NT.
oh sorry Xc by Nt. Do you remember the sum of the mole fraction of all the component also equal to 1? Sum of the mole fractions like XA plus XB plus XC is always equal to 1. How? You just add XA, yes, all the fractions are yes, yes. Therefore, sum of the mole fractions of all the component
Is equals to 1.
XA plus XB plus XC is equal to 1.
yes,
Sir, if they give 2, then we can add 3 also.
Minus
Yes.
1.
From this formula.
yes, possible.
Fraction of 2 component and then
Yes, it is there in solution. No,
Yes, sir.
solution topic we have many problems. XA plus XB, if they give there are two mole fractions XA XB, xa plus xb equal to 1.
X equals to 1 minus x.
Yes, then xa equal to 1 minus
6
xb. Any, so yeah, if there are 3 components, they must do 2 component mole fractions. Okay, so in this we can calculate mole fraction. Then next, what is the unit of mole fraction? This is a CET question. So it has no unit because it is a
Ratio of the state.
yes, it is a ratio, fraction. It is a ratio, it is a relative value. Okay, so therefore it has no unit. Mole fraction has no units. Right, to calculate mole fraction we need to calculate first number of moles, no? Then what is the number of mole? Last
The weight by gram molar.
mass by
Mass by
gram
molar.
molar mass. This is one formula.
Or
It is,
volume is then given now.
yeah, if there is
Volume by
volume of the substance given by,
22.400 ml.
so it is a 22.4 liters. Next, if the number of molecules given, number of molecules given divided by Avogadro number of molecules. So yes, you can calculate mole, right? So it is a mole fraction. Next, molarity.
Number of moles present per 1 liter of solution.
Favorite topic of engineering, sir.
Huh?
Favorite topic is
Yours.
everyone, sir.
Why?
Lectures are just favorite questions, sir.
Huh.
In examination.
Number of moles present per 1 liter of solution.
Okay. So molarity, it is denoted by capital M. The number of, it is number of moles of solute, right, present in or dissolved in 1 liter of, number of moles of solute dissolved in 1 liter or 1 decimeter cube, not solvent, solution. Right, the number of moles of solute present in 1 liter or 1 dm cube, decimeter cube of solution is called, right, molarity. Okay, and then come on, tell me how it is denoted. It is denoted by capital M, molarity, right? Then can we write molarity capital M is equals to number of moles of solute
N by V
in V
into
in liter, right?
into 1000.
If we write
So,
in ml,
ml it become 1000. Okay, where n is equals to number of moles of solute, n number of moles of solute, V is equals to volume of solution, it should be in liter, right? Now can you calculate mole here? N is equals to, this is already,
MV.
this is we have studied, M into V, V should be,
So this we should in number of equivalent gram.
okay. So number of moles equal to m into molarity into volume. Volume should be in liter. Next, it is number of mole. If you want number of millimole, yes, it is a number of mole. We can use millimole also.
10 to the power of
No, you take milliliter, right? Number of millimole is equals to molarity into volume should be in milliliter. Okay, next. Now tell me, now see this equation. Now molarity is equals to number of moles. What is the number of moles? Can I take mass of the solute or weight of the solute divided by gram molar mass? Gram molar mass. Right. So therefore molarity is equals to weight by gram molecular weight
into 1000 by
into tell me
1000
1000 divided by volume in milliliter. Can you take this?
Sir, please one second.
No, this equation, no. It is n is equals to what? Weight by gram molecular weight. Mass by gram molecular mass. Then volume, no. It is volume in liter. This volume liter convert into milliliter. Okay. Therefore, this volume should be divided by 1000. It comes numerator. So 1000 divided by V in ml. Okay. So this is equation 1. Equation 2. Okay. Right. So this is molarity formula, no? We use very commonly. Right. Next, no? Here you know this is weight of the solute, gram molecular weight of the solute, V is a volume of solution. Now here we have some important formulas for dilution. Let us take for dilution. What is the meaning of dilution?
the amount of adding the water.
It is nothing but amount of water is adding. So take concentrate solution, add water, right? So therefore, when water is added, it is diluted, right? So that process is called dilution. For the dilution, dilution. What is the molarity? There is a formula.
Dilution is equals to N3
Okay, M1 V1 equal to M2 V2. So this M1 V1 is a before
M2 V2 after.
before dilution. It is after dilution. Okay. Now question is, tell me in dilution, is there any number of moles changes? This was question appear one time JEE. When during dilution, is there any number of moles of solute change? For example, take hydrochloric acid, concentrate hydrochloric acid. Okay, it is a 10 ml. Then to the 10 ml of concentrated hydrochloric acid add 1 liter of water. Now question is, when you add water, is there any change in number of moles of hydrochloric acid?
No sir,
Number of moles does not change.
Number of solution
changing.
Right, number of moles does not change because you see this equation. Okay, number of moles is equals to what? Molarity, right, into volume, no? Right, molarity into volume. So it means since number of moles, for example, if you take 10 moles of hydrochloric acid beginning, when you add water also, is it 10 mole of hydrochloric acid become 20 mole?
No sir.
How come? Not possible. So therefore 10 mole of hydrochloric acid is again same 10 mole of hydrochloric acid, but what change? Total volume of solution changes. Beginning in 10 ml, yes, concentration changes, volume changes, but yes, this normality does not change. Therefore, mole is does not change. So where M and V changes, right? So therefore, can I take this m into v before dilution,
is equals to
After dilution.
right? Then n equal to m into v, it is after dilution. Therefore, m1 v1 equal to m2 v2. You can take this equation. Now here m1 is a molarity before dilution, m2 is a molarity after dilution, v1 is a volume before dilution, v2 is a volume after dilution. But we want volume of water added. How do you calculate?
added, sir. M1 V1 by M2 V2 we get, sir, after V2 getting we minus
Yeah.
V2 minus V1.
Yes.
Then we
So
get the
where v2 is equals to what? Total volume of solution after adding water. Total volume. So take total volume of solution after adding minus before adding is equals to volume of water added. Therefore, volume of water added equal to V2 minus V1, where V2 is equals to total volume of the solution after dilution, V1 is before dilution. Okay, this is for dilution important. Next, take this is 1. Next, when two substance or when two solutions when two solutions having same solute added, same solute, when the two solutions having same solute added, solute must be same. Come on, tell me then what is the resultant molarity? The resultant molarity is equals to capital M, M1 V1 plus
M2 V2
M2 V2 by
V1
V1 plus V2. This is when the two solutions added same solute or same substance. Three. When density of solution is given, right? So when the density of the solution is given, then how do you calculate molarity?
This is value you can.
So molarity is equals to molarity equal to W by W percentage into 10 into density divided by gram molecular mass, gram molecular weight, right? You can remember directly formula. So W by W percentage we know, studied, and 10, this is a D, D is a density of solution. Okay, then density of solution can also be equal to specific gravity. Density of solution also be equal to specific gravity. We study, we write in terms of density, specific gravity. Therefore, molarity also equal to W by W percentage into 10 into specific gravity
by gram molar mass.
divided by gram molar mass, gram molecular weight. Do you know what is specific gravity? You might have studied. How do you calculate specific gravity? Specific gravity of any solution off, switch off. Okay, so specific gravity,
Directing here on this.
Right. So specific gravity is equals to, it is a ratio of
The
density of solution, no? Density of solution, right? Divided by density of water. So density of solution divided by density of water. Banta? Power.
So decrease the minus. No. Decrease. Decrease. It's too much.
Okay. So this is density of, when density of solution is given. Next,
So what is
specific gravity. It is specific gravity, nothing but is the ratio of density of the solution.
to the density of water.
Water.
it in fluids,
Yes, yes.
physics?
In physics you have studied. Right. So this is one more formula related to molarity. Okay. Next. Now here, see, when two substances having same solute is added. Suppose when two solutions having different solute, like different solutions added, then we cannot use this formula. And
N1 by V1
yes.
plus N2 by V2.
then we go for molarity, normality. We do not calculate molarity. Therefore,
N1 V1 plus N2 V.
right. Third one.
N1 V2 plus N2 V1 by N V1 plus V2.
Okay. When two solutions having different solute mixed, so when two solutions having different solute mix, then here in this case we cannot calculate molarity directly. In this case molarity cannot be calculated directly. But we can calculate normality. It is better to calculate normality than convert into molarity. But normality can be calculated. Then normality of resultant solution is equals to N1 V1 plus N2 V2 by V1 plus V2. This is the formula to calculate the resultant normality. But once you calculate normality, there is a relation between normality molarity is Z into M. Okay. Next, can you tell me what is the unit or units of molarity? Molarity. It is the number of moles of solute present in 1 liter of solution. Means it is a no. It is a mole per liter. Mole per liter, no. The number of moles of solute present in volume of solution, means it should be in liter. Moles per liter. Next, then one more important question is it depends on temperature or not?
Yes, sir.
So molarity is depends on temperature.
If you add the question of molecules layer, moles get Free, sir.
Huh?
Volume increases, sir, so temperature increases, volume increases and molarity decreases.
Yes, molarity depends on temperature. How? We know that molarity capital M is equals to number of moles of solute divided by V volume, no? Okay. Now, suppose we know that when temperature increases, volume is increases, right?
Volume increases,
So,
molarity
when volume increases, molarity
Decreases.
decreases, right? So, therefore, as the temperature increases, volume increases, because temperature is directly proportional to volume. This is we know, volume. But when volume increases, molarity decreases. So, therefore, volume and molarity are inversely proportional. Therefore, what is the statement? As the temperature increases,
molarity
decreases. Important. As temperature increases, molarity decreases.
Topic over, sir.
Huh?
Topic over.
No, there's lot of things are there, not over. Okay. It's about molarity. Next, right? Molality.
number of moles present in 1 kg of salt.
Yes.
Solution.
Next is molality. So what is molality? The number of moles of solute present in 1 kilogram of solution or solvent?
Solution.
Solution or solvent? Solvent. Molality in comes in solvent. The number of moles of solute present in 1 kilograms of solvent, but not solution. Write down. Number of moles of solute present in 1 kilogram of solvent. 1 kilogram of solvent called molality. Next, molality denoted by,
Small m.
it is denoted by small m. Then unit. What is the unit of molality?
Per kg.
Number of moles per kilogram. So therefore, mole per kg. Next, what is the formula? Molality small m is equals to n divided by mass of the solvent. Number of moles of solute divided by mass of solvent. Mass of solvent, I will take WA. A is a solvent, or W1 also can be taken, right? Right. It is molality is equals to N divided by WA. Then where N is equals to number of moles of solute, number of moles of solute, then WA is, it is a weight of solvent or mass of solvent.
So then it is solute present in solvent.
Hmm.
Means W by V, it becomes the number of solute present in volume of solvent.
Volume.
For this note, sir, W by V percentage.
W by
V percentage.
हाँ
If this 1 kg of solvent means number
Huh.
of moles of solute present.
Hmm.
For W by V, number of moles.
number of grams of solute present in 100 ml of solution.
So then
100 ml it is. Gram per 100 ml.
solvent volume.
No, this is solution. This is solvent. Number of grams of the solute present in 100 ml of solution, because V is a, this V related to solution, volume of solution. This W related to weight of solute. Okay. Right? Now tell me, let's write 2-3 equations are there. We'll finish this topic. Not topic, subtopic. So molality is equals to, come on, tell me, molality is equals to, yeah, I'll write here only. Temperature. Is it depends on temperature?
No, sir.
No, sir.
So it is does not depend on temperature. Here mole. Mole is a mass by molar mass. Weight by gram molecular mass. W is a mass. So in molality, all the terms are mass related terms.
Not volume term.
So there is no volume term. Therefore, yes, whether temperature increase or decrease, molality does not. Yes. So therefore, this was the previous CET question. NEET question also. Yes, CET NEET question also. Molality does not depends on temperature. It is independent of temperature.
Topic. So topic.
Okay. Now, question is like this. Two molal of, you just write 2 molal of acetic acid, 2 molal of acetic acid present in 500 ml of water. Molarity only, molal. 2 molal of acetic acid present in 500 ml of water. And no, I did not ask question. Okay. And the density of acetic acid is D. Acetic acid is 1.75 gram per ml. 1.75. Okay. Calculate molarity. Calculate the molarity. See, here question is molality is given, they expecting molarity. This kind of questions are very common. By giving molality, how to calculate molarity? Tell me, do you know 2 molal? What is the meaning of 2 molal? The meaning of 2 molal is 2 moles of solute or acetic acid. No, here 2 moles of acetic acid present in, it is important, write down, present in how many kilograms?
1 kg.
Of course, 2 molar, no, it's 1 kg, means 1000 gram of water, no. So 2 moles of acetic acid present in 1000 grams of the water. So this is the meaning of 2 molal solution. Fine. Now,
3.5.
yeah. Next, volume of water given. Volume of water is equals to how much? It is a 500 milliliter. And density of the solution also given, it is 1.75 given. Now tell me, density given 1.75 grams per milliliter. We want to calculate molarity, capital M. Do you know molarity is equals to what?
M.
It is number of moles already directly given. How many moles it is? 2 moles. Then weight, that is number of moles divided by volume of solution. Volume of solution means V in liter, no? Or? Right, this is the formula. Then where N is given, but V is equals to what? Volume of Solution, no.
Yes, sir. 50.
Okay.
500
So is it volume of solution is given there?
500
No, this is volume of water, no. Volume of water. Okay, no. So they are supposed to give volume of solution only. Otherwise, it is 500 ml of solution. Then volume of solution is equals to 500 ml. You just substitute here, you will get this. Now, is there any use of this density? Not required. Density is not required because volume is given. You understand? Come on, do it.
So then V1 molality, sir.
Yeah,
Molality.
Molality means 2 moles, no? 2 moles present in 1000 grams of water. Not.
1,000 grams of solution.
Hmm?
1,000 grams of solution, not water.